Hi everyone, welcome back to Vlogmas. If you're new here, hi, I'm Rebecca. I am 25 years old. I live here in sunny San Diego and I make lifestyle, beauty, fashion, and whatever I want to kind of content. This Vlogmas series is very much about what I have going on my day-to-day, but I really wanted to talk about something that I've done for the past couple of years as part of my holiday tradition, and that is just coming up with a list of all of the fun holiday activities that I like to do. So I write all of these activities down on a list, and that includes a lot of the things you'll see during Vlogmas, like baking, like going to the zoo for the holiday events, going to Disneyland, of course, but a lot of the things I try and do are free or inexpensive because let's face it, the holidays stretch our budget out enough. I don't need to be adding to that with a ton of activities just for myself. But these are still super fun ways to enjoy the spirit of the season. You just don't have to break the bank to do it. So I thought for the start of today's vlog, I would share some free and cheap holiday activities that you can do to kind of add some magic to your holiday season. And then of course you can subscribe below to follow along for all of Vlogmas and see all of these fun activities in action. Okay, so I've got my iPad here because it has the calendar that I've scheduled for this year and also the list that I go off of. I made this list for myself and I highly suggest you just keep a little note in your notes app or on paper, whatever you prefer, so that you can add things you know that are local to you or take things off that maybe aren't your favorite. Come up with the list that you love to do every holiday season. So for me, probably number one is a holiday movie marathon. I think last year I shared my list of holiday movies, but it changes a little bit every year with what's coming out. Number two, of course, is bake some holiday treats. Personally, I love sugar cookies and chocolate chip cookies, but whatever you like to bake, add it to the list. Number three is to create a holiday playlist. I love playing my vinyl records during the holidays, but I also like having a good Christmas music mix ready to go for when I'm hanging out with friends or just need a little boost. The next activity is to write holiday cards. This could, of course, be to loved ones in your life, but this can also be to people who don't always get cards. You can look up programs online. You can send just regular cards, letters in the mail, or get some special holiday cards printed for relatively inexpensive. Okay, activity number 6 is to rearrange your space. Now, this could be part of decorating. For me, it usually is, but this is making a few changes that are gonna make it feel like a brand new place to call home just for the brief holiday season, add a little excitement. Okay, if you want to get outside, out of the house, you of course can drive or walk through neighborhoods to see the lights. I do this multiple times a year. I know the best houses in the area that I want to go to, and I always like to try and find somewhere new each year too. You can visit free holiday displays. So a lot of times places, even if they have a paid aspect, will still be free to go to. Here in San Diego, you can go to the Hotel del Coronado and see all of their holiday displays. You can walk in just for free, even if you don't want to participate in maybe those add-on activities. Okay, this activity is not actually one that I have on my calendar for this year, but I do think it's super fun, and that is to go stargazing, especially if you're as lucky as I am to have somewhere where it's nice to be outside. Then you can go see the stars, see what it looks like in the winter. There's new constellations out, so you can try and spot those. Download an app on your phone, or if you're better than I am at stargazing, maybe you just can identify the constellations yourself. And if it's not as warm and sunny outside where you are, then maybe you can go outside and build a snowman or have a snowball fight. And then I also have some free local community events on here. You've got to get on Google, search up some local community events you have going on. You can search your neighborhood name or a neighborhood close to you and see if there are any fun holiday events planned. Next up, I have some creative and crafty ideas. So you can make paper snowflakes. My roommate and I did this last year, and it was so much fun to make them together, figure out how to do different designs, and then we hung them from our ceiling all around our kitchen. You can create a vision board for the new year. It's a great time to look ahead, so you can use old magazines or printouts and kind of create your vision for what next year looks like. DIY ornaments, you can use salt dough, stuff you find in nature, look up little crafts like, kindergartners do and bring home, but make them for yourself in your own tree. A holiday scrapbook or journal, I always love catching up on the scrapbooking that I missed throughout the year during the month of December, and this is a fun way to commemorate the holidays. This next idea is something that I did throughout the year in the past, but I think that it would be really fun to do for the month of December, and that is to create a gratitude jar or a memory jar where each day you write down something that you're grateful for or write down a memory that you had that day, and you can look back at the end of the month and see what a fantastic 31 days you had this December. These next activities are social, events with friends, things like that. So first up is hosting a white elephant gift exchange. We do this every year. We put a limit of $10 to $15, making it pretty inexpensive, or you can do a white elephant where it has to be something that you already had around the house. And this can be great on its own or in addition to the rest of your holiday party festivities. You can also have a holiday party potluck, have everybody pitch in for the food, making it a little less expensive for everybody on their own. You can have a pajama day, whether that's alone or with your roommates or your friends, just staying cozy to watch the movies, read your books, whatever it is, staying comfy and cozy during the holidays. The next activity is go caroling, and this is always on my sister's list because she can sing. I absolutely cannot, but if you can, maybe that sounds fun to you. Play board games or card games, another way that you can use the games you likely already have sitting around, but you can get engaged with your friends. And of course, some good activities for giving back to your community. You can volunteer at a local shelter or food bank. A lot of times they have a lot of volunteers during the holiday season, but it's also a good time to get involved, and maybe you can keep your involvement going throughout the year. Donate items that you no longer need. This could be the perfect time for a closet clean out or getting rid of some old toys when you have new ones coming in. Okay, and last but not least, some solo activities to do all on your own. First up, you can start your journal practice early. I know that that's a common New Year's resolution. Why not get started on it now? This is similar to kind of making that gratitude or memory jar, just reflecting for the month and seeing how it goes. You can do a digital detox day. I love doing this in combination with like a reading marathon, but a day where you get off social media, get off your screens, and just enjoy something else for the day. You can also make a 2025 goals list. So you probably had some New Year's resolutions, or if you didn't, just some goals in mind. You can reflect back on those and set some goals just for the month of December to finish out the year strong, or if you want to get a start on your New Year's resolutions now, you can get started on those. Reread books that you already own. So December is like my biggest reading month just because I have the most time off of school, and I always reread at least a couple of my favorite books from when I was a kid to the last year. I love to reread. Even if it seems silly, it makes me smile. You can visit a local farm or pumpkin patch. This could be on your own or with other people, but making the most of the fall and winter vibes. And last but not least, explore a new coffee shop. For the price of one drink, you can go on a little adventure in your own town. So that's my list of free or cheap holiday activities. I really think that the holidays are not about how much money you spend, how many photos you take, or how much you get done. It really is about making those special memories. Let me know if any of those ideas are something that you'd like to try this holiday season, or if you have any fun activities that I didn't mention. I would love to know what they are in the comments. If you found any of these ideas helpful, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe below so you can see all of these activities in my Vlogmas series coming up throughout the month of December. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.